So one might wonder whether having members of the cards who are not actually potential participants in a research project. For example, I was looking at families who had an abnormal newborn screen for their infant, and none of the members of the cards were likely to have an abnormal newborn screen for cystic fibrosis. I don't think that mattered. I think the point was that they were members of the population at large, and I think their background as members of the community really helped us take a look at the information and how it was understood by anyone in the population, as well as some of the potential barriers that people might experience in wanting to be in a project like that.
So the cards group is very much not like my target population, and that was my original resistance to want to participate. I thought, oh, this doesn't refer to my research, this isn't about what I'm doing. And in fact, what cards does is put your research documents in a framework that is accessible to everyone. And that's actually really the goal of it, is to have anyone who you would want to participate in your project find the documentation, find the invitation, find the informed consent accessible. And so even though the cards people are not who I would target, they made my documents much more appropriate for the people who I wanted to, because they came at it from a humanistic perspective, or even from a patient side, which as a researcher and as a surgeon, I have little blinders that prevent me from doing that.
In fact, this is one of the reasons why I know some researchers say they're not really interested in coming to the cards, because we don't have people with, I don't know, new infants or multiple sclerosis or whatever it is the researcher is studying. This is really, I think what the cards do is they bring the perspective of people who are not researchers, who are not familiar with the research world, and who don't have the same investment in it that researchers do. So they bring a perspective that is the general public, people who are often plenty intelligent, they simply aren't researchers, don't speak the language, and aren't familiar with that world view. So in that sense it doesn't matter, because all of the populations, the subject populations that we're looking for, they're mostly not research.